Folks in LaPlace dealing with a lot of water troubles. The water in and around the city actually had to be shut off overnight after workers accidentally severed a main water line.
Now, the water should be back on shortly, but the problems won't stop there. And WDSU's Heath Allen joins us now with what's on tap. Good morning, Heath.
Good morning, Charles. Good morning, Randy. If you're up and you're watching us, then I don't have to tell you whether or not you have water. Water had to be shut off yesterday. Here's what happened. St. John Parish officials let residents know mid-afternoon yesterday that the water was going to be shut off at about 10 o'clock last night after a contractor doing work cut a main water line for residents, restaurants, businesses. Created more than just that overnight inconvenience, if you will, when the water had to be shut off.
It's not something that we can't handle. Just the best way, unfortunately, tonight is to cut off to LaPlace so that we can properly isolate it. It's a little bit of an inconvenience for everyone. Hopefully, most people will be going to sleep and it won't impact them that much.
In my household, a lot of people need water for medications or whatever that may be going on. So when the water is off, it can create a major problem for us.
So doing the math, the water should be back on, could be back on 6 o'clock or so this morning, maybe, give or take. But at that point, a boil advisory immediately goes into effect. So at least until you hear back from the St. John Parish utility officials, you'll be needing to boil your water for at least a minute before you use it to cook, brush your teeth, or the like. Inconvenience overnight, water problems in LaPlace. Guys, back to you.
Heath, thank you. Well, today marks the anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. The massive storm made landfall on August 29th, spreading devastation across the Gulf Coast.
That's right. And WDSU's Quaylen Murphy brings us more on how this storm changed history.
Most of the area will be uninhabitable for weeks, perhaps longer. At least one half of well-constructed homes will have roof and wall failure. All gabled roofs will fail, leaving those homes severely damaged or destroyed.
Those words were issued with certainty. That came from National Weather Service meteorologist Robert Ricks from the New Orleans Slidell office. And that was one of the most dire forecasts ever issued. And since that time, we've been able to have those type of forecasts, which are very direct, issued for systems like Sandy, even Harvey and Matthew. On the phone with me right now is a person responsible for that forecast. We have meteorologist Robert Ricks. Robert, thanks for getting up with us this morning. I know you're on your way in shortly to the actual weather office this morning. Awestruck is the word you used to describe how you felt when you saw that eye exposed, that center of circulation on Hurricane Katrina, as it was a Category 5 hurricane. How do you feel now, even 13 years later, looking at that forecast?
Good morning, Quaylen. Yes, actually, I'm still, to this day, I probably see the picture a few times during the day today as it makes it through the news cycle. I still feel awestruck. It was an amazing sight to see. And having gone through Betsy and Camille and on the backdrop of my history going in the city, I felt like that was the necessary thing to do at that time.
Those words are actually in the Smithsonian Museum now, along with the George Bush Pre-Museum, so Prehistoric Museum. I want to know also the other forecast you issued, I want to say, as was you said, Godspeed. And so really, I think that was a blessing for the entire area as a whole, because you helped to launch what is now the storm surge warning issued by the National Hurricane Center and National Weather Service for our latest hurricanes that threaten the area. So talk about how your courage and just being clear with communication helped to launch this new surge warning that's now issued for our tropical systems.
Yes, that you were referring to is actually my area forecast discussion that we do every day that describes what we're thinking going into the forecast. And quite honestly, when I wrote that up, you would think in a big situation like that, it would be a lengthy discussion about what we're thinking, this, that, and the other. Really, there was nothing more to say. It was the problem was facing us head on, and the only thing I could think of was let's keep it concise and simple and wish everyone the best of luck. And that's what was going on then. But you're right, it did help to launch the mindset and the paradigm that we've now taken on as a weather service to be more concise and more specific with the warnings that we issue. That goes from severe thunderstorms to tornado warnings to flash flood warnings as well.
Since Katrina, Robert, we've had a lot of new people come to the city of New Orleans and new residents, people who may not be familiar with coastal living, and they've seen the good side now of Hurricane Katrina on the backside. But what is the messaging that still should resonate with all residents across the Gulf South as a whole when it comes to tropical systems? And I want to go more towards the fact that we shouldn't care about categories of storms. It's all about the impacts.
Well, correct. I mean, it is. Actually, the word hurricane should garner a lot of respect regardless of its intensity. As we saw with Isaac, it was not that terribly strong of a storm, but it produced a massive amount of storm surge in places that people didn't realize was going to happen. And so, yeah, whenever you have a hurricane bearing down on you, it's going to be a problem for those folks somewhere in that path. Now, having said that, I want to say it's not a matter of if or when you'll get hit again. I mean, every generation's had their storm. My grandparents was 1947 storm. Our parents was Betsy and Camille. Ours obviously was Katrina. And yes, our next generation will have their storm to deal with. So it always pays to be prepared every year.
Well, let me say on the behalf of the people of the city of New Orleans and the coast of Mississippi that we appreciate everything that you did in 2005, you along with all of the fellow colleagues at the National Weather Service, of course, Ken Graham as well. And we appreciate, of course, our chief meteorologist, Margaret Orr. She was in here, too, telling people to make sure that they were safe and to get out of town. So hopefully we don't have anything happening this season that will bring us those same results, but certainly keeping track of what's happening across the tropics. As we know, the season doesn't end until November 30th. Robert, we thank you for joining us this morning, and Godspeed to you.